everyone. Hi, Shimei. Good evening. I hope that your Saturday is going well. It's nice to see you this evening. Windy day. It was like a gigantic step backwards today. Hello, Alan. Heavy rain this morning till about 2 o'clock. Helped me set my tomato plants in really well. Yeah, well, thank you, Shimei. I noticed that you did. Thank you, honey. And a big shout out to you and Ronnie have been doing tremendous work and duty in here. I know. Hey Tio, I know 8 hours is a long stretch for a live stream, and you and Ronnie seem to be pretty much the backbones. I have other people, of course, in and out, but Scottish Sarah and Cheryl. Once in a while, Jody comes in, but I just wanted to personally thank you. Yeah, it rained a lot, and then it moved on. It's supposed to be, I guess hopefully that's going to be it for the season. I heard this morning it was raining pretty hard. Now we just have to contend with the wind and the cold. But I think the wind will be dying down. It's just allergies have been brutal for me, so I hope this doesn't reignite that. Well, yeah, I guess that'll mean maybe 80 here. So welcome in, everybody. If you haven't tapped the like button, please do so. It is very appreciated. We don't have channel memberships. We don't have Patreons. We don't have GoFundMes. All we have is you and your thumbs up, and all content for all people all the time. Always was, always will be. Somebody once termed it, it's like old school YouTube used to be, right? We don't need all the bells and whistles. People that want to donate know how to donate, right? Otherwise, we're just very glad to have you in here. Look at that perfect maneuvering job. Bam, just like that. Wow, that was good if I say so myself. Hey Barry, how are you? If I missed anybody else, apologies. I'll be back in a second. I definitely need a coffee today. Man, I love that place. It's like everybody's your amigo in there, right? Hey, amigo, how you doing? Hey, amigo, how you doing? Amigo, whoa, what's going on, buddy? That guy's got a nice Tundra there. That thing's lifted. Whoa, what is that? I got this thing on here. Screwed up. Put that over there. Yeah, happy, hey Shar, happy Saturday. It's cold, man, 56 degrees, which is pretty brutal for May. May the 4th be with you. Dun 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 dun. And I shake my butt. All right, we might get some fresh shrimp tonight. I didn't want to deal. I didn't freeze all of them. I left a little bit in the ring from last night, but I guess we'll be all right. We'll be all right. So good evening, everybody. Happy Saturday, May 4th, 2024. We got 5424. Get a lifted Tundra, put it to work on the Rancho. Nah. My best working days are behind me. But the only reason I'm glad for the rain last night and overnight is it helped set the tomatoes really well. So once this cold night goes, it should be pretty good. Callie Mo, how you doing, babe? Oh, should be pretty good. I'm very calorie deficient today, coming out of that. I get to hanging out with Bird on Friday nights, and then we get a drink or four, and then I just don't feel like fiddling with dinner. Well, we don't fiddle with it, do we? So I always wake up on Saturday, I feel calorie deficient. But I've been enjoying the chicken noodle soup. Hey, Cindy. Well, I would debate that. I'd say Ford and Chevy make the best pickup trucks. That's just my opinion. I don't think I'd ever have a Japanese pickup truck. Not living in this nation, anyway. 40 in Santa Rosa tonight. It is going to be cold. And yeah, so I've been enjoying the chicken noodle soup that was made, so I should be able to get 2 more breakfasts out of that. Don't forget, we switched hanging out with the boss and Janet on Tuesday. It's not going to be Wednesday. I'm going to put up, I have a little 1-minute plumbing feature. It's not a short, but just changing out a valve in a commercial toilet. Some people might be interested in seeing that. Well, everybody's got an opinion about vehicles, and they're all valued. These days, if you can't build a decent truck with all the tolerances of computer controlled, numerically controlled, when I was a kid, we would see cars broken down on the road all the time, right? Hoods up, and this went wrong, and shit, the spark coil's bad. I don't know, the carburetor. Nowadays, all cars are built well. It's just a fact of computer-aided design and manufacturing. The only vehicle I think that wasn't real good was Monkey Boy's Veloster, and he only got the engine blew up on it, but they put a new engine in it. But, otherwise, I think that the things are pretty good. Oof. Yeah, live chat check. I don't know, once in a while, like the first minute, I don't know, the chat seizes there for a minute. I don't know what's going on. Shouldn't be too much going down. The weather might have kept a few people away tonight. Just on account of it's blustery and cold. So Barry, how are you doing tonight? All right, we're just wandering. We don't know where we're going. What are we doing? Do we go left? Do we get right? Where's the restaurant? Where did I park? Get your wife across the street. There we go. Good Lord. Well, I would say that's a rarity to Allen Gentry. Because after 4 months, my neighbor on the other side with the red house traded in his Tundra. He couldn't take it anymore. He had massive fuel injection problems on it, and finally he just gave up. So it's always possible somebody gets a lemon. So he got a lemon of a Toyota on that deal. And he went and got himself a Ford F-250, and now he's pretty happy about it. So, but if you can't make a good vehicle these days with all the help of computer-aided manufacturing, then you shouldn't even be in the car business, right? I can understand in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s where we didn't have the tolerances today, but we're not talking about rocket science when it comes to build a car. There's really no car manufactured today that should not be able to go 200,000 miles. When I was growing up, if a car made 100,000 miles, that was amazing, right? Once in a while you'd hear like, oh, this Volvo went to 180,000 or 200, this Benz went 250,000 or 400,000, has a little badge on it. Now it's just commonplace, right? It's just commonplace. There's really not a lot of difference in quality anymore when it comes to, but you'll pay a price. You'll pay a price. Now, the advantage is the yen is very cheap now. I think it's around 160 to the dollar. It was 105 a few years ago, so 160. That's why the Hondas and Tundras look cheap. So it's good value now to grab one of them. Yeah, thumbs up are appreciated. That lady looked like Doris Day in her prime. How you doing, Jay Bless? What's going on? Used to have a Daewoo. Now that was a pretty rare car. I don't even know if they still make Daewoo or not. I know I don't know how in the hell the Yugos got into this country. What a disaster. What a disaster. Yugos, you lean on it and it would dent the metal. Hey, MB, how are you doing? Nice to see you tonight. What a disaster. So it's not going to be a real long stream tonight. I'm pretty exhausted from last night. Now they only manufactured in Australia. That's weirdly a Daewoo. I remember seeing a few of them around. It's just like I see a few that are Genesis, right? And I don't know what they are. Some Korean higher end Hyundai or something. I don't know. I had a little Geo Metro. It's actually a great little car. Yeah. It just depends. Sometimes I bought my car used with 20,000 miles in July of 2017. I now have 124,500. So I have put 105,000 miles on this van, and I haven't put a damn penny in it. Yeah, newer cars can run longer before tune-ups. Synthetic oil protects them a lot more. I've got 0.20 or something in here. And, I was a little Fiat 2.4. I haven't put a thin dime into this thing. And this thing just keeps going. It's got an integrated, sealed. I don't have to ever add. It's got the same original antifreeze and fluid that came with it in the cooling system. It's amazing. It's amazing. Just change the spark plugs. Yeah, you don't have to do the points gapping anymore or all that. They finally got fuel injection, but make sure that you grab some seafoam once in a while and run that through your system. Right, run that in with your fuel, and that'll keep that spick and span and all through your whole system. And it's really nice, that seafoam. If you have a little bit of a rough idle, that seafoam will really smooth it out. So yeah, it's in a lot of ways cars have gotten better made, but they have no, they haven't. They've cost a lot more. I'm surprised you haven't. I have a drop down. It's too small to be made into a camper van. Hey, Nikki. I've traveled all over the nation in this thing, thousands of miles, lots of nights boondocking in it. It's fine. It's got a drop down table that I sit a computer on. It's got a comfortable bed right here. If you can take care of your car, it'll take care of you. Well, sometimes sometimes you get a piece of junk, right? Sometimes you get a car that's built at first thing Monday morning. It's very problematic, right? Or last thing on a Friday afternoon. Well, I've been very happy that the has 125, almost 125,000 miles, and I haven't had to do anything, right? And Janet gave me the key. It has almost 200,000 miles. I haven't put anything. Of course, I probably haven't put 100 miles on that thing since I've had it. Man, why don't you take my door off, dude? I've put tires on it. Yeah, I put two new, just got some Chinese tires on the front. Salem, Salum, Salun. I didn't really care. Most of my stuff is highway miles. I'm not high performance, and I have to say that they've held up pretty well. And to break down, it costs you a lot more to keep on your cars, like Mercedes. Which to me is inexplicable, because Mercedes-Benz, when I was growing up, was absolute state of the art in terms of German engineering. There was no equal in the world to that, and everybody looked enviously at anybody driving a Mercedes-Benz. Hey, Naomi, now they got so common and so ghetto with the big gangbanger Mercedes emblem, that it sort of took the attractiveness out of it. Audi took that over, I think, a little bit, and BMW. Mercedes had that garish big thing on the front, just not cool. I guess it's prom night tonight. Well, this guy's got his big F-250 next to me. Man, what a beast. I just can't imagine making the payments on that thing. What's the F-250 go for? 80,000? And then none of these guys ever use it for work. It's just I rarely see a pickup truck that looks like it's being used as a pickup truck. Looks like it's more being used as a status, especially you get up to the big super duties. These Ford pickup trucks are beautiful, man. But they're just big. They're massive, right? But guys seem to like them. Even the mirrors are massive. Oh, too much vehicle for me. You're car hunting now? Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, even a fleet Ford after it's stripped down is 45K. Yeah, so you're really talking about Cobra John 60K at the door with any kind of reasonable option, right? People like to. I know. I'm looking at all these lifted. This guy's lifted next to me. His poor wife is like 4 feet tall, struggling to hang on to get into the thing. Funniest thing is when they deliver food, they put too much plastic in there. Say that's what's. I don't know what the problem is. I just think. I don't know. I just think. I'd rather have like a Honda Accord than a Mercedes sedan, right? Or a Toyota Camry, right? Malibu, something. I'm not going to stink that kind of money into it. I just think, you're getting good comfort, you're getting good build quality, and for 28K, you're getting a pretty nice package there. Like people have said, they said, Rosie, you've never had a quiet vehicle. Yeah, I don't know what it's like to ride in a quiet car. I don't know. I've never had that sensation before. Loaded F-250 can go up to 110. Well, this guy's fully loaded next to me. He's got it all. So let's say you put 25. Let's say you trade in maybe 20. Let's say you're financing 90K over 60 months, 72 months. I mean, what are you talking about? 1,200, 1,300 bucks a month? You got a RAV4 is a good one too. 1,300 bucks. So after taxes, you have to make about 1,900 to clear 1,300. And if you're making decent money, there the mirrors just went in. There's just so much shit that goes wrong, and there's just the mirrors all tuck in now. It's right, all those little servos in there. It's got 150, and it never had to do anything on it. Well, you expect that on a Lexus because you're paying a lot of money for a Lexus, right? That's a luxury car. They should be built the best. Like these little Rams should be blowing up left and right on the road, but they're not, right? Because everybody's like, "Oh man, you're gonna rue the day you got a Fiat engine," and I'm like, "Man, here I am, 7 years later, and I'm still happy as can be." And 2.4 gives me a lot of power. I don't think so these days in dependability rates. I think that they're all very closely together now. I just don't think it's that hard. I don't think there's that much engineering differentiation between vehicles now. In other words, the whole level of dependability and build quality has gone up. So if you're still at the top of that heap, it's a very high heap now. I don't see the days of just people bitching and writing all the time and, complaining about it. I don't hear anybody, and everybody seems pretty satisfied these days. But I don't really have a need for a pickup truck. It's just, what the hell am I going to do, right? People are going to hit it in the neighborhood, and they're not going to be insured. So I have to keep a high level of collision on it, and uninsured motorist. It's just a disaster. I wouldn't put anything good in that neighborhood. It's too dangerous to pull out of the driveway, and just people, half the people in that neighborhood don't even have car insurance riding around. Yeah, the insurance. So, who wants to pay that? You don't hear about as much about theft anymore because, cars have a lot of anti-theft things on them now. Chevy Tahoes are nice. I like the styling on the Malibu. I like the Ford. I think the Taurus is pretty cool looking. Hey, Ronnie. Did Ronnie just come in? I didn't see Ronnie earlier. Hey, Ronnie, how you doing? I was giving you a big shout out at the beginning of the stream. You've been doing a lot of heavy duty action on these streams. I mean, you've had to deal with hey Magda, big numbers, bro. And just want to thank you and Shimei, especially, and Scottish Saren has been quite a bit into Cheryl when she can make it in. And I just want to say I'm very appreciative of. You guys didn't gripe and complain. You just got with the program, and you just figured, hey, we're just here to moderate, right? So whether it's a vertical or horizontal, I just wanted to tell you how appreciative I am of 8 hours is a long stream. And I could never do 2 days in a row of those streams. So it's always feel punched down the next morning, but they sure are fun when they're going on. What's going on, Magda? What's going on? Did you have to dodge the protesters on campus today? I think the coolest car, there were two I had, a 1971 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme with that 350 rocket engine. Man, that thing was nice. And the other one was a 91 Chevy Caprice Classic. Oh, that was nice. Oh, thanks for the shout out. I'll go back and listen. Yeah, I'm shouting yeah, Ronnie, because it's a lot of commitment to be here, And you're not on the West Coast. So, I just want to let you know I'm aware, right? It's a lot of duty. It's a lot of hours, and there's a lot of people that come through the streams. That's why you really need to have, the horizontal streams on other nights just to kind of scale back and chill out a little bit. I have a 91 Riata. Yeah, the CRV is a good car. Uh, my big problem around here is there's very few sedans on dealer lots anymore. Have you guys noticed around here? There's absolutely a deficiency of sedans. Everything is like conversion vehicles or crossovers or trucks. It's unbelievable. Well, you might get a good deal on one. Even the boss is thinking about it. He said, Rosie, you never just wanna turn down something. Always make sure you hear out the whole thing. Always, if somebody offers you something, always hear it out. I proactively changed the serpentine belt in this because that's the thing that I figured would go out at the worst possible place. So I figured I'd proactively do that. Other than that, I haven't done anything. And I went to this kind of place that wants to send you a million text messages and show you pictures and this, that, and the other. Like, oh, they just fix the thing, right? Just, it's like the surgeon comes out of surgery and he wants to show you all the pictures of what he did. Yeah, I mean, I think about vehicles because I think about the summer without AC, but then I only think it's July in Vegas. I can endure that for a couple weeks, right? June, July. And I come back here, it's okay. We don't really have the hot spells. So, you know, mine is, it's being hit by uninsured motors. Oh, jeez. Do you have no fault? I wish California had no fault. But if I got something fancy, I'd have to have uninsured motors. As it is now, if I'm just unlucky enough to get hit by some slob, well, that's it. Take it off to Cream's Towing and crush her up and send her on her way. That's it. That's the way it goes. I think I only paid 17,000 for it, and I put 2,000 down. So I think I financed 15,000 over 3 years. So it wasn't much. Hey Ted. Oh Lord, letting Tio loose on a air conditioning job. Man, I'd rather have all my fingernails pulled out one by one than to do that. Hey Angus, how you doing tonight? I think down where Alan lives there in the Central Valley, you definitely need to have AC more than up here because we just have nature's air conditioning that's working 90% of the time in the summer. Where Anton? I don't think it's we haven't seen Anton in a while, huh? It could be that he had voices in his head or something. I don't know. He might have been caught up in the protests. I guess I'm thinking that kind of slowed down a little bit. I like the Mustangs. I don't think I'd get an EcoBoost, but I like the Mustangs. I like the style of them. I always have liked it. But this Kia, this Hyundai Sonata, that's a pretty good looking car. They'll be riding around with the Mexican flags overnight tomorrow. Hey Alex, how are you? I just wish they had a sealant that was as good for air conditioning as that stuff Alan told me about for the engine, for the seals. But evidently there's not. Hey Katie. AC systems are a lot more precision balanced. Jump my Ford. Driven it in a while. That's Ford E250. I have to jump Cupcake. I probably have to put a battery in Cupcake. I don't know. I just keep Cupcake for a backup. I'll probably just throw a new battery in. I don't know. I name all my vehicles. It just reminded me of a cupcake, and also a cyanide cupcake. Yeah, yes, Cupcake has air conditioning. Yeah. Jen and the boss put a lot of money into that new catalytic converter, new top end, new power steering pump. I think they did everything except the main block on that. So I got that pretty much everything is good to go. What's that say? Sad. Yeah, I cannot believe they're phasing out V8s. All the more reason to get a V8 Hemi 300. Well, I never in my lifetime thought that they would have a 3 or 4 cylinder vehicle that would get 230 horsepower out of it. Right? I mean, in my wildest dreams, I never imagined that they would be able to get that type of horsepower out of a engine. Oh, that's nice, Shimei. That's nice. Where's the first place you wanted to go? Italy? I can't remember. Where was the first place you wanted to go? I think he wanted to go to Italy. Am I right? I don't know. Yeah, it amazes me you can get that horsepower out of a small plant, but it's got to take a toll on an engine. Ethiopia, wow, that's cool. That's wild. Would you go to Addis Ababa or whatever the capital is, Brazil? I want to go to Argentina. Seeing all the small engines. I need to make the engine hot. I was going to say, Alan, is stress on a little block, the stress on a small unit of mass that way. When I see the way these young people just go crazy with these four cylinders, and you told me that Honda Bumblebee was like a what $70,000 car or something. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? I mean, holy smokes! I just don't know how such a small, massive can just hold up over the long haul. That thing's got to take a beating. Those connecting rods and that crank. These girls look cold in their outfits. I just can't imagine the beating that they take. I mean, some of these Broncos are what, three cylinder or something? How in the hell do you have a three cylinder? What the hell? I can't wipe your butt with that, right? I mean, might as well just get a Model T and start going. That. uh, I think it would be more fun to supercharge a Model T there, because of gas mileage. Yeah. Well, I guess from 1932 when Ford introduced the first high production V8, I guess its time has come and gone. I have that video on my Rosie Murphy channel of Ford introduces the V8. The 1932 lineup, the Ford Roadster and the Ford Tudor. They could, instead of calling it Deluxe, they called it Dulux. Yeah, I don't know, Alan. It just makes me really suspect of, the physics of the thing. You have a small mass of metal, and you have higher compressions and more violent explosions. And I'm just thinking about all of that power gets transferred to that crankshaft. With those. I mean, what the hell, man? I mean, you think about those journal bearings and those bushings and those oil galleys. I guess synthetic kind of gives them an extra layer of protection against plugging up. It, Lord's sake, change your oil. Change your oil. They got to be unforgiving. If your maintenance goes off schedule, Monkey Boy changes his oil in that Veloster every 2,000 miles. It's a shame we still have that violent explosion for the transference of power. It's just, you'd think we would have had something new in engineering. I mean, I'm not talking about the Wankel engine either. Yeah, 2000 is super frequent, especially because all of his miles are highway miles. But 500 horsepower. I wait till Oil Stop sends a coupon and then I get it done. I save a few bucks on Sebastopol Road, but sometimes the guy can't get me in. These shops are real busy. It has 400, has a lot of carbon fiber in a car that would do like 190 miles an hour. Man, how about if you have an accident in that little bastard? You're going to be buried in carbon fiber. They'll be picking that stuff out of your butthole when you're gone. And why should carbon fiber be that expensive anyway? Of course, these days people pay $10,000 to get their car wrapped. Color shifting wrap. I think the Camry is a very nice car too. So I'll wait till this thing starts to choke the chicken a little bit, and that's what I'll get. Yeah, I don't understand all these years later why carbon fiber technology would be that expensive. The only thing I can think of is kind of a pain in the sack to work with. Probably difficult to get a finish on it. Yeah, winter's not done yet, man. Did we go in like right now? 59 degrees here. It woke up, it was raining. I think even the Honda Civic is a nice car. I don't know, but the fit is just a little too small, I think. Yeah, it's pretty small, but if you're just a solo act. Well, that thing costs a lot of money, though, right? That's nice, dude. Just drop all your crap on the road. Prom night. My guy still got his box. I don't know. Is it corsage? They still do that? I don't know. Girls I went to, where in the hell would I pin it on, right? I just had to get a wrist one. Let your light shine. Yeah, they go all out these days, I guess. I don't know. I hit all mine. I don't much remember the proms, but I remember the opera prom. Sorry. Some fine fish, man, on the days. Some fine fish. Slob through his cup stand, then turns around and laughs at it. Carbon fiber light and super strong professional photographer. I don't know about the photographer. I mean, who in the hell ever looks at their prom pic? I pull it out for you guys, but I don't even know if I have a prom. Somewhere around there's one. Show you some of the fine fish I dated over the years. Yeah, I think it's a very nice car. I think it's a good value for the money. Everybody likes these Camaros. You should drive on it. You should take one for a drive. I mean, you'd be surprised. Yeah. Yeah, they do sit low. I don't think it's a huge problem. I mean, I'm pretty athletic and I'm in pretty good shape, but might not be able to get your sack out of it, right? I hope you don't mind sitting me here, guys. We pounded at the miles last night, and there was a lot going on, and you just got to decompress after those ones. Yeah, that's a good point. Too low for snow country. That's a good point. Great, reliable. Let your light shine. What are you thinking, honey? Like, Vegas is kind of crazy, babe. I mean, I just don't know. Mr. Z's sister, they took the damn car right out of the garage, right? Stole the car right out of the garage. And there's so many crazy ass drivers down there. Prom night and mom has to drive. Right? What a what a damper on the whole deal. I couldn't wait. 15 and a half. I had my drive. I had my learner's permit. 16, I'm roadworthy, man. Powellsville in Harford County, Maryland. How you doing, brother? Up the Harford Road. Very aggressive. Worse than my life. Yeah, Orange County, honey. I mean, why would you ever leave the OC, right? I mean, that had to be like dreamland down there. Newport Beach and the Selling OC, right? The show on Netflix and the Selling Sunset, right? Well, okay, there you go, Shimei. I don't think my mother learned to drive till she was like 25. Yeah, we couldn't wait. Nobody's good enough for my boy. My boy's a rocket scientist. My little condo bought a house and pool. Oh, well, that would explain it. And Henderson is nice up there. Good on you, honey. Good on you. Yeah, it's a fashionable area there, the OC, though. Hey, Amanda. I do enjoy going to Henderson. I could stay at Monkey Boys out there and commute into downtown, but man, I look at that traffic coming in on that, and I'm like, oh crap! Like, do I really want to get up at 6:30 in the morning and roll in? Born and raised in Anaheim. Life on the I-5, the Santa Ana Freeway. Life in Norwalk. Oh, okay. No wonder I like that show, Selling the OC and Selling Sunset, because it's all about narcissistic. Honey, you're beautiful and you're very down to earth. That's a nice thing. Hey, Jennifer, we were axing about you the other night. Some people were axing about you. We hadn't seen you in a while. While perch fishing in the Susquehanna River, man. Hey, Pabitra, how are you? 784 in India. Good morning. Time for some tea. Are we going to have Earl Grey or are we going to have orange peacock tea this morning? That's why I can't be fake. It's a pretty high standard there of fakeness, isn't it? Let your light shine, like unless you're pouring tens of thousands of dollars into cosmetic surgery and all that stuff, and uh, been busy. Okay, honey, we're glad to see you. Yeah, probably look at his Civic then. Keeping up with the Joneses really costs a pretty good fortune down there. I can imagine what the beaches are like in summer. Yves Saint Laurent and Givenchy. Yeah, it's all about who you know in the OC. Yeah, Givenchy, Yves Saint Laurent, Dolce and Gabbana. Must look good. Well, it's Amanda Hug and Kiss country. Well, it's a privilege to have you here, Pabitra. One of our fine friends from the India. Do you ever go skiing in India up there, Pabrita, up in the northern part? Some good ski resorts. Oh, wow. Ferragamo, Fendi, Prada. Yeah, all of them. And there's Rosie with the Kmart board shorts. Kmart, how you like me now? How you like me now? Somebody's got to bring class to the OC operation. And let your light shine. I guess the restaurant scene's pretty expensive there too, right? I mean, everybody's competing for top dollar, for the high value diner. Northeast part of India. That's cool. So it's a little cooler up there than being down south. No, I would like to visit India though. It's just, I lived 5 years in China. I never got over to India. I'm more interested in the way western part of China. I've been here. I won't ever step. Wow, you won't ever step foot back in there again. Wow, wow. That's a command decision, right? Even I step back and my foot back in Baltimore once in a while, right? Something left a bad taste in your mouth there? Oh, okay. All right. You had a bad experience. Yeah, I figured it's probably a little more. Yeah, sometimes a bad experience will just put you off. You never want to get the dust on your shoes. Got the F out. Well, good for you, honey. You have a good life. You have a good core of friends there and that you hang out with, and that's really great. We'll leave the OC to the Amanda Huggakisses of the world. She'll be like, get out of my way. That's right up my alley. Gracious. A genteel lady from the South. I just can't imagine a gal like you not ever being relevant. I don't know. Raccoon watching me clean the fish. Down to earth, man. That's Kmart all the way, Alan. Right. I'd be hitting the beach in the OC with a boom box and setting up, right? Sloppy spaghetti stained shirt, right? Beach umbrella flying down the beach. I'd be like South Central LA comes to the OC. Happy Saturday, everybody. I just was a housekeeper, paying bills and living within my means. You mean a housewife or a housekeeper? I don't know. It ain't my business. I'm just saying you got a lot of stuff going on. I mean, you're a good-looking gal, and I mean, I can't imagine that you ever felt that you were below sea level in a place like that, OC level. But what do I know? I mean, I'm just a schlub from Baltimore. We never had an upper crusties. No, Amanda Hug and Kiss would say nonsense. You have your blue book of Baltimore, and you have all your Southern ladies. Stakes are high, baby. Hey, Tina, how you doing tonight, honey? We're just hanging out. I'm kind of low energy tonight after last night. Just in a recovery mode. So I'm just hope you guys don't mind. I'm just chilling out. I know another YouTuber from Baltimore who moved to Portland. Man, I don't even know about that. Haven't been to Portland. It's a cool town, but there's this undercurrent of I guess Magda would be. There's an undercurrent of strong anti-capitalism in Portland, and I found a little. Being as I'm a free market, like Adam Smith, Wealth of Nations, Invisible Hands kind of capitalist, it seemed like there was just a weird undertone. Like anything that you could protest, they would put up signs. Boycott this business because they did X Y Z to ABC, and it's like when I went to Voodoo Donuts. Oh, they're trafficking kids. I'm like, what the hell? They're making donuts, right? I mean, how in the hell they're handing out literature? They're yelling. They're slobbering in my face. They're just foaming at the mouth, right? If you say something, how can you defend capitalism? What do you drive? You know, um, my friends are driving. It's not my gas money going up to Washington State, right? So it's like the woman last night at downtown. You can't film me. You can't film in public. You can't film here. I'm like, it's a public place. Yeah, well, F you. I'm a Jew. I'm Jewish. I'm like, what does that got to do with him? Well, with the rich elites comes rich times, I always say. Yeah, I don't know about Palm Springs. It just seems it's Palm Springs is nice for a while, and then it's kind of wretchedly hot in summertime, but it's nice in winter. And then there's Elmer's, which makes the whole deal worth it down there. Self-entitled. Boy, let your light shine. I really got to talk to you sometime, honey. I look at you and I think, oh, what a pretty happy-go-lucky gal, and it's like, wow. Old Bay going on the fish. You can't beat Old Bay, right? The Old Bay line. I come to Vegas about every 6 weeks, and I'm just working really hard downtown. Yeah, Maryland's a nice state, as long as you're outside of Baltimore City proper. It's a lot to like in Maryland. American miniature. Mountains, seashore, Maryland fried chicken, crab cakes, soft crab sandwiches, silver queen corn, crab soup, and national beer. It's from the land of pleasant living. We bring you national beer. That was nice. The guy gave his date, his coat. All the guys gave their dates, the coats. Yeah, I'd love to sit down at a crab feast, get a dozen number one Jimmys, and just sit down and go to town. Dungeness crabs are nice, but they ain't Maryland blue crabs. Just ask Lee Hale up there. Oh, okay. Well, Anaheim got all built up, right? Right. Anaheim got all, yeah, burger cookies got too much chocolate on them, Lee. You get this much cookie, and then you get that much chocolate on top. I'm sorry, dude. My brother would, wherever he was in America or Air Force or whatever, he would always load up on burger cookies. And I'm like, man, how can you bite into that much? It's like opening a can of frosting, right? Girls prom dress with their tennis shoes. Ugh. Talk about Amanda hug and kiss. Gracious. We do have to have a little sit down and chat. Amanda hug and kiss should take over from Judith Martin, Miss Manners. The next generation. Gracious. She would answer every one of her replies with gracious, right? Let's get right to the heart of the matter. Yeah, blue crab should be steamed, not boiled. But I don't turn down a nice Dungeness crab is good eating. Remember that night we got to Safeway and they had like a $4 crab? I was like, oh wow, man, this is like really? This was like manna falling out of heaven into my grubby little dirty hands. I couldn't wait to get that thing on the plate and start cracking that thing open. So if you're coming in, please tap the like button. We have a very low and slow night tonight. I don't put my personal boo on it. I would like to go viral and shit, I can tell. Well, that's the good thing about you let your light shine. You're not here to trauma dump on your channel, and people trust and believe. From poor folks, poor mouthing to trauma dumping. You go better by just being you and rising above that stuff. It takes time to build something with Europe. Israel is no longer the biggest controversy. Okay. Honey, I'm not even into America's Got Talent. The only one I remember was Britain's Got Talent was Susan Boyle. I dreamed a dream of his goodbye. Oh, didn't see that coming, did you? I dreamed a dream of the goodbye. And the tigers come at night. And they tear your hopes apart. Do, 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 do. Yeah, Susan Boyle was wonderful. Yeah, I just never got the Eurovision, honey. I don't know. I mean, I just never was that much into competitions of talent. Sometimes I'll eat, sometimes a little bit. Not often. I can clean a hard crab in under 30 seconds. I'm so experienced from all my time working at Phillips Crab House in Ocean City. Once I got promoted from shucking 13 bushels of corn to cleaning soft crabs and then working in the restaurant. Hey Ghost, how you doing? And then they finally closed down Phillips on 21st Street there. Man, we used to serve 2,500 meals on a average night. 5 kitchens just roaring. Shirley Phillips running around yelling at everybody. Her husband just half drunk all the time. Yeah, Red Lobster. No, I don't really eat the mustard. I don't care if I get some of it. It is, as long as you don't eat what we call in Maryland a dead man. Uh, yeah, 105 degrees, that would do it. I mean, we didn't have any AC. I was sitting outside shucking corn in the sun. My boss didn't care. $1.20, $1.20, $1.37 an hour or something. But that taught me to be a very patient person. Lightning bugs, we never see them out west here, but they were all over Maryland. Come out in the evening for a couple hours, rise out of the grass. As a kid, we used to, Johns Hopkins would do experiments at their laboratories, and they would ask kids to bring in jars of lightning bugs for like 5 cents. Hey, Supermom Julie. You have to have a little more of a humid climate, I think. Hey, hey. There was no AC in the kitchen I worked in Phillips. There's too much heat being generated. You had 3 kitchens on the first floor. I mean, I'm talking about full kitchens with 8 people in each kitchen, and you had 3 kitchens on the first floor and 2 on the second floor. And you had to be in the meal plan to work there as a condition. It was like the company store, so they took like $20 a week out of your $20 a month out of your pay, And they would only feed you between like 7 and 8 a.m. in the morning. And after you work till 11 a.m. at night, man, you're not going to pedal down and try to hit a breakfast of a chicken patty, and then they would give you a dinner would be a chicken patty. Man, you had to be on the meal plan. So I don't think I probably made a breakfast like one time. And then, how many nights in a row can you eat a nasty old breaded chicken patty? I know Amanda Huggin. Oh, you could every night. It'd be right up your alley, right? It's gourmet eating right there. Oh, is it perfect? Could I get some seconds, please? And you got any more canned corn from Sexton canned goods or whatever the Sexton trucks would pull up? Man, I hated to see the Simplot potato trucks pull up with boxes and boxes, 50-pound boxes of Simplot French fries, and have to unload that stuff, get a parka on, and go into the brutal cold and stack that crap up. 18 bushels of crab almost sunk in the Chester River's beautiful. Beautiful. Chester River, the Wye River, Corsica River, Nanacoke River, Bush River, Middle River, Back River. Oh, man. St. Michael's, beautiful St. Michael's on the eastern shore there on the Miles River. Mm-mm. What a beautiful little town, St. Michael's. The town that fooled the British. We never had AC in a kitchen. It just would have been defeated by the massive amount of heating there. Man, when you're cooking, you take 2,500 people a day and you divide it by 5 kitchens, 500 meals out of each one of them, and shit, brother, that's a lot of stuff. Somebody's got to be the puller to take it out. Somebody's got to be the stocker to keep putting stuff in the down fridge, pull that out. And then the guy's got to yell at what to pull out, and then into the fryer, the flat topper, these little skillets of crab Norfolk and all these fried fish, fry boys there. Then you had the broiler, the lobsters, and oh man, I never had air conditioning. We were probably 100 degrees. But nobody thought of opening their mouth then. They just dealt with it. That's the way it goes. After shucking corn, I was just glad to be inside. This kid's got 5 girls with him on prom dress. You think the guy would open the door and help the ladies get in? I've seen a lot of French bulldogs lately. They seem like they're very popular. Oh, Cindy, not me, honey. You deserve the best. You run circles around me. How's it feel to have your weekend off, honey? That's our Cindy girl there. Man, my mother would have clubbed me if I didn't open the door What was your first lie and when did you start enjoying it? I'm still nervous. You look fine. You know, one difference I have, I don't know what your background is, let your light shine, but I'm Irish and I have a big mouth and I talk a lot. You know, my friends told me in 2012, we went to Las Vegas together. December of 2012, and I don't know, we got to talking about, people walking around recording at that time. And we say, why don't you have like a YouTube channel or something like that? And I'm like, yeah, 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 yeah. So I said, well, I've got a place, right? It's January 4th of 2013. I might as well just show my place there. And I don't think that I was ever really nervous, sweetie, because I just have a big mouth and I don't have an ounce of sense in my head. So I just start babbling away, you know. But you've got, just being you, I had to up my insurance $17 a month. Okay. Yeah, because of your mileage, I guess. But oh, my idea is always make sure every time that you're going to do a video, and it just doesn't really hold for live streams. But if you're going to do a video, make sure that there's a point to every, make sure you have a story to tell or something to convey in a video. And on a live stream, right? On live streams, especially with your friends, they can be a lot of fun. And, but if you're going to build a channel from ground zero, recorded content, recorded content, recorded content. Right, that's what YouTube throws into the algorithm when you're first when you first have a channel. It's you record, and YouTube records people that are uploading regularly. And I just fell in the habit of every day, and in, I don't know, 11 years and 2 months, I've only missed 4 days on YouTube. But that's a weird commitment to stuff. Don't fall too much into the live stream thing, because it's easy to just hit the button and go live. But YouTube doesn't promote. Well, they didn't used to until the vertical streams came along. And now, hey Bunky, maybe things are changing a bit now that there's more people that are interested in live streams now than recorded content. So it's possible, let your light shine, that it could be shifting a little bit here, but I would still make sure that you're doing a lot of recording. Your restaurant reviews, you have nice music and all the stuff that you do on that, and your friends. People love to see people on the channel, and all of that. So now all of a sudden on vertical, I don't know. I mean, maybe because I've been around forever and I've done thousands of live streams, that they're actually putting me on. When you go to the Google page, if you go www.google.com and then you scroll down on news, they're starting to put my live streams on that front page. So I don't know. Seafoam is great. So keep going, don't ever get discouraged by, go back, my early video had 30, 40 views on them, and I never even cared. I didn't give a damn. My friend Mark, the other, was often his channel grew pretty decent. Yeah. Well, a lot of viewers, except I'm actually a failure, Deja Vu, for the amount of time and effort I put in. I'm probably the most spectacular failure on YouTube, right? Well, honey, don't ever get outside of your element. Adapt your videos to who you are, right? Don't try to be a round peg in a square hole. If you don't think that you would be comfortable doing that, then continue to do recorded content. I don't think Jacob in Las Vegas or whatever, Life in Vegas, has ever done a live stream, right? I don't know if Prom C has ever done a live stream. you do what lets your light shine through best. You be you. Because the best thing that happens is people meet you in real life and they say, wow, you're exactly like you are on YouTube. And that's the best of the best of the best, right? Because you can carry that day after day and no fake fronts, no fake stuff. Just day after day, same old, same old. So you put your channel around your interest. I don't know what your hobbies are. Well, I don't know what to say about humble. It's just one of the biggest turnoffs in my years on YouTube has been social media should not be the yardstick of popularity. You know what I'm saying? To my mind, you see somebody like Cindy Talks that's out there just doing her job day in and day out. I mean, these are the people that I admire and are kind of heroes in my life. And if you start to have a little bit of a success on YouTube, and I don't know what defines a little bit, I have no idea what defines that, right? I have no idea what defines that. You start to fall into the money trap, right? You start being attracted to the money. And then the next thing you know, which, hey, if you want to have them, it's great, but it'd be channel memberships. And then, uh, oh, I got to do certain content for my members. And you start to think, oh, wow, it's Tuesday night. I got to put up a video for, and then you're just putting up something nonsensical and stuff like that. And, I always like the fact that, you know, old school YouTube who went big and they turned different. I just don't know. People like that are just a turn off to me because, I don't buy into this. I don't want to get philosophical, but I'm just a traveler through this life. I don't build myself around this world. So I could care less about that kind of crap, you know. I think we got talents, and to use talents for a greater purpose, I think is a far, far more thing. One of my paranoia, 2000 got 50 views and only had 300,000. She gets the same YouTube. It's an odd world, yeah. It's an odd world, and you'll drive yourself crazy if you try to think about the algorithm. I don't probably just vlog when I want, even when I've been pushed to change. Don't be yourself, right? I always told the story, Let Your Light Shine, of Joel Osteen Jr. I've told this story many times on this channel, and many of you have heard it over the years. Joel Osteen's father started that church in Houston, Texas, right? And Joel Osteen Sr. had a dream that his son, Joel Osteen Jr., would follow in his footsteps. Now, I'm not going to talk about the theology of Joel Osteen. It's not my place, right? He does prosperity preaching, and I'm nobody to talk about anybody's theology, right? Yeah, Joel Osteen is a preacher that has a mega church down in Houston, Texas. But when the father wanted to retire and Joel Osteen Jr. wanted to take over the family business, so to speak, he went into his services and he gave talks, sermons the way that he wanted. He preached the way that he wanted to preach. And the people in the church, a lot of the people in the church came up to him and said, Joel, son, we love you. We love your dad. We absolutely love you. We're glad you're taking over from your dad. But you know what? Could you please be like your dad was? Could you talk and deliver and tell stories the way that your dad, in other words, we came here for the style of your dad, right? right? That's what we came for. So, and Joel Osteen tried to do that for a while, all right? And after a while, he just went home. He thought to himself, I'm not my father, right? I have my own. I have my own message that I want to put out. I have my own style of preaching, right? And well, come whatever comes, I'm going to go out there and be myself. So he starts to go back and preach the way he wants. Well, here comes his congregation members, and they're like, Joe, son, I thought we had this talk already. We don't come here to hear. We come here. You should be doing exactly what your dad did, because that's what brought people here. And Joel Osteen said to them, look, I'm not my father. And I'm going to preach the way that I want to preach. I have my own thoughts and I have my own messages. And they said, well, Joel, in that case, you're going to lose a lot of people in the church. And you know what? Initially, he lost a lot of people in that church, but he persisted and went on with his own message. And guess what? He brought in a whole new group of people that liked the way he was, liked his message, liked the way that he delivered it. So what happened? He built like one of the largest congregations in America and in a huge place. And the point is, I'm not talking about the theology, but is he happy? Yes, because he is himself. So my message to you to let your light shine is never chase what you think is popular. Let the people come to you, right? You do what you love doing, and you'll have people come to you that love what you're doing, and they will become followers of you, and you will build over time, and you'll be happy with what you're doing. Let's say you go down on Fremont Street and you're like, this is not my thing, right? I'm not a goofball like Rosieokelly out here, 11 years with a stick in everybody's face and people cursing at me like last night. That's no good. That's no good. It's not something you're going to be able to do, and you're going to feel it's going to psychologically harm you to do something that's outside of your comfort zone. Find the things that you love to do in life and put that on YouTube. Slow and steady. Because if you do stuff with a lot of cheap gimmicks and stuff, people come and go because they're there for the show. But if you have people that invest in you and enjoy what you're doing, it's not everybody's cup of tea. I'm just sitting here BSing tonight, right? I'm not out there pounding the streets, but still there's a certain number of people that'll come and hang out and enjoy themselves. So you build your own sort of society on that. And then those people begin to support you. They invest in you. They want to see you succeed. They put a few dollars in your pocket to go down the road and get some gasoline or to get a meal and to get some beer and stuff like that, right? More power to the meats. Well, it just depends, carry class, which, whose ox is being gored or whatever. There's millions of people that travel to Las Vegas and enjoy it, so I'm not relying on my channel. Well, that's the best way to be. That's the best way to be. First 2013, I think because I was jumping around in bikinis and nighties and all that, I attracted a certain group of people. And then over time, people are either going to stick with you or they're not. I was pounding up plenty of strikes. I think I'm the only person in the history of YouTube that's ever brought the original channel back from being terminated 4 different times. And each time I appealed and won and got the channel back. But never let yourself be in that position. I haven't gotten a strike since April of 2019. So, you learn your lessons. I removed thousands of videos and over 6 million views. or 10 million views I took out of the channel, but who cares, right? Do you want to be around or do you want to just be booted? It makes a big difference. And I said, you know what? I want to be around for the long haul. Yeah, there's been a lot of crack on the channel. Yeah. Yeah, bottom of YouTubers, the Boyd. Yeah. I was one of the charter members of that crew. But the Boyd today is nothing that the Boyd that used to be, the founding Boyd. So that's just saying, do what you want to do. Like you said, keep your feet on the ground, meet really nice people in life, and you will be very happy on YouTube. You'll have a great core of friends. And believe me, when I look back and I see my early videos look at some of my 2013 videos, 25, 30, 50, 80 views. But you know what? I can't even remember. It's only now I look back. I don't even think at the time I even cared, right? I thought I'm having so much fun just blowing up content. I could care less, right? It's like I'm such a butthole if there was just one person and saw it. I didn't even care, right? I mean, it was fun, right? It was hella fun, and that's all I cared about. Right, running my big Irish flapper. That's the only thing I cared about. That was it. So now, of course, let your light shine. It's a much bigger venue. YouTube has had some fall off the last couple of years with TikTok and things like that. But with the sun setting on TikTok coming up, there'll probably be a grand rush of people to come back to YouTube. So it's probably a good time to be in there and working away. I've actually had 20, probably close to 23 million views. Yeah, I'll be out there tomorrow because it's going to be warmer. We got Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. Last weekend there was over 7. That's what I'm saying, Angus. So I'm not faulting anybody in life. Joel Osteen has built a tremendously successful organization. We may be theologically at opposite ends of the spectrum, but who am I to judge? I don't see myself anointed with the flame of the Holy Spirit over my head. Maybe Shemai's the only, maybe just Shemai. That's about it, right? She's like, yeah, Rosie, don't you ever forget it. So do it because I know, Cindy, it's like, right. Hey, man, your hair's on fire. No, that's the, that's the spirit moving. No, I think your hair is really on fire up there. Really? I always wanted to be a monk, right? With my tonsure, right? The circle of doom or whatever. Anyway, just make sure you're having fun. And over time, people, hey, how you doing, Scottish? And thanks for being around the chats a lot, the vertical streams, honey. I appreciate it. So, I mean, it's good stuff. But in the early days, I think it's critical to have recorded content. Be consistent and just keep, like the great Casey Neistat said, just keep uploading. Make something in your kitchen. Build something. Just show the dimensions of your life and what you enjoy doing. I still metal detect, but it's been crazy with the winter rain, and then just stuff's breaking down over here at church. I've had to do toilet repair work, and I got to be back over there again. I have very little time on my own right now. You know, I've written a 500-page book. I'm in my 6th editing of it. It's, it's just, there's only so many hours in a day. And I love being on here and hanging out and seeing everybody. Sometimes I'm heavy into recorded, and sometimes I'm heavy into live. It goes back and forth. Uh, so all that is about. That's all about. All that is a roundabout way of saying you're a attractive woman. Let your light shine. You've got a great charisma about you and a very fun nature, so you'll have no problems. You'll have no problems on YouTube, none at all. Don't thank me. I'm just telling what you should know, right? The way I see it. We had a period about 5 years ago, wasn't it, Scottish, that we were analyzing channels? Weren't people were directing me to their channels, and I was looking at their front pages and stuff. And the worst thing you can do is just have one thing on your channel, right? YouTube gives you all that real estate for free. Make sure you use every bit of that with playlists that you keep adding to and stuff like that. And it works, right? Every bit of real estate that they give you, use it, use it, use it, use it. So we were, for a while there, for 6 months, we were looking at channels, and just as a group we were looking at it and then making suggestions or giving pats on the back. Not that we were critical of anybody. We had fun. And then we go through a period with Amanda Hug and Kiss where we review restaurants and things. I'm all over the place. And lately it's been Keno, yeah. Cheaper than my shrink. Well, what you want to do, let your light shine, is if you have a video about Keno, have a playlist for Keno time. Let those numbers fly. And then you have another one. It's we're on slot machines tonight, or another one. This is restaurant reviews in Las Vegas. And here's another one, life, or you have reflective time where you sit in front of the camera and you talk about living in Las Vegas and your thoughts having moved. A lot of people might think about moving from the OC to Las Vegas and Anderson. You sit down and tell people, get a list of 5 items. Yeah, add your playlist and just, have some times where you're just sitting in front of the camera and you're just reflecting on your move and maybe sharing a little bit of your background of why you left OC, and talk about what body. I could think of 100 videos to take with your story right now. Yeah, so you're living there 5 years, your opinion would really carry a lot of weight. So use that strength of experience. That's what Jacob in Las Vegas does. He discusses things, right? Yeah, dodging bullets in Baltimore. I get negativity. Where do you get negativity from, honey? Truth can be, you've got to deliver truth as you see it, right? And if it's negativity, well, that's not your fault. Rants on the, well, tell the truth. And what's going to happen? You'll get some negativity, and then you'll get a core of people that come in. Oh yeah, this happened to me, or could you please talk about that? Or what was your experience at the grocery store? Did you feel like you had to be in a fashion show all the time? What about dining in the OC? And talk about how competitive it was and how psychologically pigeonholed people would put people in a place of wealth. Good night, Shimei. 100 videos come to mind that you could sit there and talk about, and don't worry about what people think about it. You have a right to your opinion. You lived it. You absolutely lived it. Well, you're telling your truth as you see it, and that has value. Always, 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 always be honest on the channel. Yeah, constructive criticism is fine. It's not complaining, it's helping people. Did you think you have advice to offer people about living in the OC? Right? That's the greatest thing that you have to offer is your experience and your background coming from that. That's what people would find very compelling content. Boy, I'm going to have my jacket on tonight out here. What is it now? Ooh, 57 degrees. Woof. It's like winter time. Anyway, that's just my thoughts for whatever the 2 cents is worth. You know, I've had people tell, oh, if you just did this or let us take over your channel, your search optimization is bad, right? You have a very bad rating on YouTube. It's like, man, I'm not trying to please YouTube, right? What the hell do I care? Right? If I give a hell, what the hell do I care if my search isn't optimized or I don't have keywords? You think I sit around thinking about keywords every day? And what the hell, man? That's a fool's game. Yeah, just sit down quietly, reflectively, grab a pad of paper, and talk about number one on one side. List all the things that you did not like about the OC. And on each one of those things that you don't like about the OC, put something across the column that says, but I did like this about OC. Then do the same thing for Las Vegas and Henderson. The things that I like about here, and then the things that I dislike. Okay. That way nobody can ever say that you're a negative kind of person because no, I've just balanced it off and this is the way it goes. Right? And you should have a list of about 20 items that bothered you about the OC, from the cars, from the environment, the competition, the what values we had there, and what transcendent values were there. I mean, was there anybody was even church a competition, or what? You know what I'm saying? It's like, where did you get your values from down here, and what's parenting like, and all that things. Yeah, and you'll have very, very interesting stories to tell, and you'll be speaking from the heart, and you won't need to script it, right? In other words, open the door on your thoughts and stuff a little bit. That's what people buy into on YouTube, is the personality. Good night, Lee. Ellicott City, Maryland, down on the mills there. That's it, brother. Watch out for the flooding in Ellicott City. That's where all the great mills were, down there. So don't worry about what anybody else is doing on YouTube. The Winter Guard commented on how they cheated to be first. Yeah, I mean, it's just all that kind of stuff. Why do you think the Australian movie Strictly Ballroom was so great? And if you haven't seen it, I suggest you see it. Strictly Ballroom. It's all the backbiting and cheating that goes on to win the best of the Pan Pacific Exposition, right? Dances and things, competition, couples. Yeah, you don't have to include your kids' stuff. You just say, I'm not going to talk about family and stuff like that, but I'm talking about just the general ideas of places. And you share what you want to share. But just trust and believe. People are more interested in you than they are in the sights and stuff of Las Vegas. Trust and believe that. Yeah, I'm just, I care about you. You've been a nice person in here, and I follow your content. Well, I appreciate that, Alan. Well, I guess it should come with a disclaimer. It's for whatever it's worth, yeah. Because you're out there, you're trying, you do care, you are interested in making a mark on YouTube. I'd take another piece of paper and list the hobbies and the things that you enjoy. And in another column, list down the things you think that you do best, whether it's making X, Y, Z dish, sewing something, movie critiques, right? Think about the stuff that you can bring to bear in the way of expertise. But don't ever, 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 ever build a channel on a negative. This is what I try to tell Adam Gilligan. Don't come in and complain about life, right? Right. Don't complain. I don't have any money. I'm down at the mouth. I'm not successful. I'm just how do I get views and all this? Man, people get enough of that in their real life. You know what I'm saying? Like every kid's got his suit from the same place or something. I don't know. Let's go get some dinner. But I like to talk to people about that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm saying Magda, but they never grow their, there's e-begging, and then there's natural giving that people give because they like the content and they enjoy it. Right? When you e-beg, you're not giving anything in return. There's a transaction that takes place. I entertain, you reward. We've had that since you were along here, Mag. We've had that battle since 2013. That was the birth of the Boyd, was all about e-begging and Nomadic Fanatic and RV Prepper Wayne. And it's like Drury said, there's givers in life, there's takers in life, and there's a small core of givers. No, that's a fake Wayne. He's just a guy that never had success because, well, he never could stick to anything. Yeah, I have reviews at Grossman's. Just put it into the search box on my channel. I don't know, why would there be fake any channels? It's YouTube. Hey Mitchell, yeah, it's live. It's not Memorex, brother. 55 degrees. Wow. Wow. My tomato. Look at the gang sitting out there on the porch tonight. Woo. Hanging out. The sun is going down, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, well, YouTube is much harsher about clones, and man, Magda, this is nothing like it was in 2013, 14, 15. It was brutal. Now YouTube automatically flags comments and it'll take a channel down with AI. So people are much more, they know people are copying their channel links, so when the channel gets terminated and they try to bring a new one back, they get, people tell YouTube. Oh yes, of course I got cloned. $54 degrees, man. Cold in the hood tonight. After I get back from LA, we gotta get this water system working. Yeah. Good thing is, once you're in the algorithm, then the only way you can be kicked out is through your own, like, stupidity. So young people today are the worst educated in the history of this nation since public schooling in 1910 began. I shudder to think back at the letters of application and cover letters I saw. It's frightening. Standards of education are so piss poor today. Look at the math scores in high school and English, and it's not even 34% proficiency in mathematics anymore. Then look at a 1950s textbook. And it's like night and day. Living over there? Where's that? Look at my lawn. Yeah, of course you do. Kids today are whiners and complainers. If they're not running the place within 3 weeks, they walk out on you. Oh, well, guess who's hungry? We're already licking our chops, which means we just ate, right? Is that why we're licking our chops? Because we just ate? Let's be honest. Did we eat? We're licking a lot. Well, you can disagree all you want. It's not going to change Alan, my Let Your Light Shine's opinion. Have at it, brother. Have at it. cold. I got to get my jacket on. Oof. Whew. Did somebody say it's cocktail time? Hey, look at me in May. It's like December out here. Look at this craziness, huh? I try to not be so dumb. Oh, it's cold tonight. put the lights on. I think the tomato plants are in a state of shock. It's so cold. I'm ready for the tundra. Starving. I think the tomato plants will be happy after tomorrow. Too cold for a beer. I think tonight I'm going to have a little shot of bourbon just to take the chill off. Let's have a pop quiz. What is my favorite bourbon? Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Hey, Vicky. Hope you're doing well, honey. Nope. I know Amanda Hug and Kiss wants to answer this so bad, but she won't put it out there. Yes, 4 roses. I'll wait till Amanda Hug and Kiss, see if she wants me to tell the story. It's the most romantic liquor in the history of the world. I think Alan Gentry's like me. We try to hire people. We just got the dumbest cover letters. Couldn't tell there and there, and I just gave up, man. Hello, Scottish. Yeah, we're just taking it slow after last night. You know, you just can't go at it hard 2 nights in a row like that. Budweiser and eating pretzels. Is Cheryl S in here? I haven't seen her. Oh, I love bourbon, cognac, and beer. BCB. Or as Carrie class would say, BBC. Hey, Nocturnal. I don't have any hot links. I'm just going to have the noodles tonight. It's cold. And now to... I don't know, the new Joker movie looks really weird. It's coming out in the fall. Oh, man. That wind's blowing something fierce. Do I look cute? I always drink all my liquor neat. Do I look like a Russian peasant? Kinda, yeah. Do 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 do. Yeah, I think if I put it on ice and stuff, sometimes if I'm at a club, I'll put it out to, I'll put it on the ice a little bit, birds in there. But otherwise, I like to get the full taste of the, liquor. Look like a Russian. I don't know, drinking right now. Yeah, night after night. That's all I have is one shot of that, just to ding 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 ding. Seems like there's a rat in the alley. Well, if you have AI skills, the market's great. Yeah, the kid says a rat in the alley or something. Man, I'll tell you one thing. Anaheim used to be really nice. I'm talking about like the late 70s to the mid 80s. It was good. It wasn't all zany and crazy going down I-5 now. It's just like one continuous city all the way down to almost Oceanside. San Juan Capistrano, beautiful. All right, let me get my stuff on here on the stove. Oh. All right. Is Let Your Light Shine still in here? Yeah, there she is. Honey, I can see your video. I can see the thumbnail. Right, let me make sure she's still in here. Here it is, honey, your first video. Why I fled the OC, right? And then you're there like, right? I guarantee you, honey, you'll have a shitload of people clicking on that. You'll have the people in the OC like, oh my God, what's this BIT about, man? And then you'll have the other people like, yeah, it's about time somebody came out and told it like it is. You got to have a compelling thing, right? People like a good story. Get some nice action words in there, like fleeing. Every young business you work with, I don't know any business that has a good young workforce. Of course, you claim you clean bus toilets, but we know that's not true. Guys, dinner is on the stove. Let's get our sauce ready. Alan Gentry and I are laughing our ass off at educated young people. I've had people say I should vlog my house, but I don't think. No, don't vlog that. Always keep your job off of there. That's right, Mitchell. We know that to be a fact. Should I bring up the statistics on the educational performance today? I don't know whether to have some Jackson Pollock fish for an appetizer or not. I don't know. I got this stuff in the ring last night, but I froze like most of that stuff on the ring. Alan Gentry and I are looking at each other like WTF, you know. What are you doing, dum-dum? Huh? What you doing? Come on. Come on. I'm always on Fremont, honey. Only rarely am I up on the strip. And now I'm freewheeling out on the streets. Come on up, dum-dum. Come on up. Come on. Come on. What are you doing? Yeah, we'll meet up. We'll meet. I love meeting people. That's the best part of YouTube is meeting people. Because then you have friends in real life. Like I know if I go down to Oakdale, I always have friends down there. I like to roll into any town in America and feel like I have friends there. I'm going to warm up a few Jackson Pollock this year. That's funny. Alan Gentry and I are looking at each other like WTF, you know? We're hearing about educated young people. What's up, Bianca? Elenita. All right, next Saturday. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to be in LA, honey. I think I'm going to be in LA. Oh. I won't be back. I'm leaving Friday and coming back Monday. But enjoy yourself. I think we got Mother's Day. Work for us, what? Cleaning toilets? As if. As if. All I know is they must be Mexicans. Alan Gentry and I are cracking up. I'm like, what the hell, you know? What planet are you on, dude? Alan's like, man, we couldn't even get somebody to show up sober. Kid was high, right? You want me to do what? How am I going to cut all that grass? Right? We got a nice mower for you. You want me to ride on that thing around here? How long's that going to take? Well, son, I assume you're here because you want 8 hours of work today. Yeah, but I don't want to be cutting grass. I thought we could go out and work on our swing and just meet some of the players. Son, did you apply for this job? Did you read what you're? uh, so I don't know, man. I thought we'd come here and talk about golf and just bullshit all day out here in the superintendent's office. Son, that's what the members do here. They're the ones that come here to bullshit, okay? They pay us, right? We're not we don't bullshit, right? They're the ones that are paying good money to sit around and bullshit. Drink bourbon and enjoy it. I just had one shot tonight just to take the chill off a little bit. Alan Jensen said, "Oh man, come on, Carrie Class is trolling the chat." Right? He doesn't actually believe that shit. Spies. Alan, it's like, man, I thought we were going to sit around the office and just like, right, talk about golf. You have a little bit of, you'll be blowing the covers off the bed. That's all we have, crows here. You never hear the songbird. All the hawks here just blow them out of the sky. The stories Alan Gentry and I could tell. You know, Magda, the internet, IWW, right? It's up here, dum-dum. Gentry's, I've seen one. Nice. I can't read that blurble, but I'll believe what you say. Where in the hell's my bowl? Yeah, Magda, you really missed your calling. You should have been in philosophy or political science. I would have loved to have a teacher that was. I would love to have a teacher that I could have argued with, the professor. Right? I had Professor Hans Meyer from Austria. Why are you gonna claw me? Why are you clawing me? Dun, 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 dun. I love Magda in here. Magda, we have to talk about the symbolism of John Steinbeck. Yeah, he's on a sabbatical. He does that every 6 months. He puts himself on a retreat. He says he likes to regroup his thoughts. So I say that's cool. Only an idiot would be live every night. Amanda hugging his. I don't know. What you ever had against Blackbird? Alan Gentry's like, oh hell, Rosie, the stories we could tell. Yeah, we gave the kid a lawnmower. He didn't know what the hell to do with it. Is this thing RC controlled? Right, Alan. I thought we'd be talking about the short game, and I thought we'd be sitting around the superintendent's office here. I didn't know you wanted me to actually do something. Well, we thought you knew how to push a lawnmower. You mean this thing you gotta push around? Shit, why don't you get some Mexicans like my parents? What the hell are you doing? Right? Man, I don't want to get my hands dirty. Terribly cold here today. I can't stand it. When he wrote to Dean. Good old Dean Martin. Are you gonna claw me again? Huh? Are you gonna claw me? Huh? You gonna claw me, or are you gonna use your basic intelligence to figure it out? Huh? Cat's dumber than I might do a live. It'd be some mornings. I'm spending some time with my daughter down there. Space Force has been really busy lately, as you can imagine. I was watching you know what I hate about the one? Oh, come on, man. Mary Ellen got a lot of storyline, too. She was always whining about something. Oh, Mama, when am I going to get boobs? I don't know, Mary Ellen. They'll come in. Don't worry about it. Mama, I've waited so long. That was the only... that was one of her trauma dumps, right? Oh. He had to go to Boatwright College. What's wrong with that? She became a nurse anyway. She married a doctor. What's she squawking about? Right? Right? What is she squawking about? She's always mean mugging the she's always mean mugging the camera. Of course, the story was about John Boy. He's the one that wrote he kept the journals, right? It was a cold spring now in Walton's Mountain. We didn't know if we'd be able to do any planting. Grandpa and Grandma was fighting all the time. Money was short. It always was. Yeah, of course it's his point of view, right? He was Earl Hamner. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. The Christmas Miracle. I never even got that one. I didn't like Patricia Neal. I didn't much like the guy. Hell, there was nothing I liked about that Christmas show. Oh, Mama, you think Daddy will make it home? I don't know. There was a wreck down there on the bus. Oh, Mama, you don't think Daddy was on it? Down at Rockfish Crotch. The homecoming. I know. I can't stand it, man. I just wanna bust shit up. Right. It was a cold and frosty night in London town. Ebenezer Scrooge was bent over the counting desk, gleefully looking over the books for 1845. What does he spy out the corner of his eye? Cratchit! You idiot. Yes, Mr. Scrooge. What are you doing, Cratchit? Oh, it was cold, Mr. Cratchit. I thought he put a little bit of coal on his toe. Cratchit, you idiot! You think you're here to rob me of my money? God, man, it's enough that I get robbed by you with Christmas off. What will you want next? It's only one day a year, sir. Oh, we get our pocket picked. Oh, God, who doesn't love Charles Dickens, huh? I forge these chains in life. Why are you carrying chains around? I forge these chains in life. You always have to yell. I don't fucking yell. I think a comedy takeoff of Dickens' Christmas Carol would be great. The Ghost of Christmas Past. Oh, man, those were the days at the strip club. That's it, right? The Ghost of Christmas. Do, 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 do. Where did it all go wrong? She said no to me. Oh, Ebenezer, you were too much about the money. I need to have money to make my way in the world. I'll hit you. I'll hit you with me shillelagh. Hey, Joni. Right? He said, go on YouTube, be entertaining. Ugh. Yeah, very true. This Christmas, I'll tell you, I'm going to do the one-person rendition of A Christmas Carol. See, there you go. I have a lot of Native Americans in my life, and they haven't put a tomahawk in my head yet. Oh, Bianca doesn't lie. I'll hit you with the shillelagh. Joni Portwood, have you ever been hit with a shillelagh? Yeah, good looking gal. Whoa! I'm not sure who Dickens you're talking about. Of course he had roots in. The whole thing was the birth of modernism right there with that goofball Nietzsche and Schopenhauer, the philosophers of pessimism. What a happy crew. Life is brutal and bitter. Well, hell, man, why don't you have a drink and come on down the pub? Right. Right. Well, loosen up a bit, mate. Don't get your britches all knotted up. It's like it was like the beginning of A Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Well, God, man, make up your mind. Which was I do so love Dickens, though. It's difficult. Well, look at Nietzsche. Even his own first cousin turned him down. And let me tell you, she weren't no great piece of... I'm saying. No wonder he's all wild-eyed. He and Edgar Allan Poe got all mixed up with street prostitutes. I'll hit you with me shillelagh. Cocktail shrimp is right there. There it is. Jacob, why do you have those chains on you? You idiot! You were stupid in life and you're still stupid now. Right. Easy. Man, you were always hard to get along with. You know, we were all really happy at the office. When you passed on. Silence, idiot. I'm here to save your soul. Can you imagine the the Dickens comedy hour, right? Let's take a poll in the office. Who missed Jacob Marley that he's gone? Don't everybody shout he wants here, right? See, nobody likes you. Magda Carey-Class is a fellow traveler for you. He'll be on the front lines of the protests. I think Magda liked all those romance writers of the 1840s. The dashing men of the charge of the Light Brigade. Onward rode the 600 through the valley of death. Cannons to the left of them, cannons to the right. Onward charged the 600. Oh yes, Rosie, I love that stoicism in the face of certain death. That was the only good legacy of the Crimean War, was the poetry afterward. Pardon me. Contemporary modern literature like Wolf. Oh no, I can't stand that stuff. I like the classics, man. The only thing I ever got out of T.S. Eliot was April's the Cruelest Month. That's about it. And J.R. Prooferstock, or Burbank with a Baedeker, Blystein with a cigar. I'm in Vegas in 18 days. Cool. J. Alfred Prufrock, that's it. Magda, you should have been a professor of political science. You would have really, that would have really been right in your groove there of revolutionary and counter-revolutionary studies. With a dissertation on the French Revolution and Robespierre's role with the National Assembly. Yeah, the stories we could tell. Magda, I think her heart would be more in that, right? Inculcating those mushy brains. No, it's social support before they leave, right? Put little Theodore Dreiser in their hand. A little Charles Dickens. Do you want me to come in and do one-man show? They'll be weeping in their seats. Oh, it's horrible. Tiny Tim is like gone, right? Well, we don't know that for sure. Do not assume because you see Tiny Tim's crutch by the hearth that Tiny Tim is no longer with us today. It is possible that Tiny Tim has been cured. Oh, Father, are we going to play in the snow and catch the plague? I can imagine Magda with the Make America Great crowd, Make America Great Again, right in class. Fail. It's like, man, she's a tough BIT, man. Just be careful. Just fake it, right? Just put a few lines from Marx down or something. There's a specter haunting Europe. The specter of communism. Magda's like, no, I can suss out the truth in these worms. Professor Magda, the professor of, we call it, I don't know. I have to think of it. Professor of situational ethics. I don't know why this shot. I don't know why I shot the kid. It just seemed right at the time. Good answer. Why did you crash that rally? I don't know. It just seemed right at the time. It just popped into my head. Right answer. Cites from Chairman Mao. The proletariat shall rise and shall assemble in order, and the masses shall all be equal in opportunity and outcome. Very good. You got it. And remember what Mao said, a tiger doesn't have to brush its teeth. Very true. You can suck on that one well. Do you think that was a real turkey that Ebenezer Scrooge got on Christmas morning? Idiot, who cares? It's a goose. Magda, did you ever see The Paper Chase with John Houseman? That's who I imagine you are as a professor. You come in here with a head full of mush, and you leave thinking like a lawyer. Oh man, she'd be a tough instructor though. You don't know what the arguability of it is, right? You could be redlining in the class and you might not even know it, right? All right, that's it for me, guys. I'm tired tonight. I'm going to go to bed. Sorry. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. I appreciate it. Bianca, good to see you. I'm sorry I'm not going to be around next weekend, honey. We love LA. So to my moderators, thank you very much. To everybody else, if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please take a second to do so. And I will see you guys tomorrow.